In another tutorial, we have created a circulation network diagram using QGIS. Then we have categorized the circulation according to the connection type, like roads, pedestrian, footpath, etc. Here I put the link here in the description. You can check that video. We need to introduce ourselves with these three factors. First one is connectivity of street network. Um, when we divide the number of nodes by our area, we'll get the connectivity of the street networks. The more nodes we have, the more connected the neighborhood is. Second thing, the cyclomatic number. Cyclomatic means the loops, how many loops are there within the neighborhood. To get this number, we have, first of all, we have to determine the number of links between every nodes. I mean the path between one nodes to another nodes. These are called the links. Then the number of crossroads or the number of roads, these are same thing. When we subtract the number of crossroads from the number of links, we will get the cyclometric number. We have to add +1 to adjust everything. Then the average distance between the intersection, it's actually the total pathway of within the neighborhood divided by total number of crossroads or total number of nodes. So these three things are our quantitative factors by which we can analyze in a network within a neighborhood. We will conduct the qualitative analysis for two types of circulation: car circulation and the pedestrian circulation. To categorize the circulation into whole two parts, pedestrian and car, first of all we'll select the subcategories here. We'll activate the subcategories only for pedestrian. So from corridor to pedestrian, everything are related to pedestrian. Then select the circulation network, activate the layer, then go to the select features. All these 5 layers are selected. Then right click on the circulation network, go to the export, save selected feature as just selected features, give it a name, pedestrian circulation, save. Then do the same thing for the car. The residential, secondary, service, and the steps, not steps, tertiary, these are all related to cars. Open this. Now the unnecessary, we will not select the unnecessary layers. Then select features, same process, right click, export, save selected feature as, name it car pedestrian. Pedestrian, so car circulation, save. Okay, so now we have two types of circulation: car circulation here and the pedestrian circulation. We'll delete the previous layers. Now we have only two layers, pedestrian and circulation. I will make it more visible. Just right click, properties, give the value 0.8 and color, let's choose a visible color, visible one. For the pedestrian we are choosing light green, apply, okay. And for the cars, go to the properties, so we choose the orange one, right? Okay, so now these are our two types of layers. Now we will put a point for every intersections, and we will get two types of intersection, car intersection and pedestrian intersection. Let's open two new layer, new shapefile, car intersection, sections, save. Our geometry type is point, okay, and the pedestrian intersection, create another one, intersections, okay. Now we'll find every intersections and we'll put a point. Pedestrian, for the pedestrian intersection, activate it, start putting points. For example, this pedestrian intersection, switch on our magnet, let's make the color more visible. Blue one, okay. And this way we'll do for the car intersections. If you can't figure out what is the proper car intersection or pedestrian intersection, you can open your OpenStreetMap or Google Satellite Map. I showed I showed the way to open OpenStreet or Google Satellite in another video. Here is the link. Now we'll go back to our equations. We need these three information: number of nodes, number of links, and total length of the links. From the intersection, any kind of intersection, we'll just go to the properties, open attribute table, and from the serial number, the very first thing we found it's 94. Then go to the pedestrian intersection, open attribute table, we'll find it's 154. To get the total length of the circulations, first of all we have to create the new field, go to the pedestrian circulation, open attribute table. Let's activate the table, go to the new field, name it as length, LENGTH. Now say it could be decimal number. Yes, so there is okay, here is already a length field. To get the total length of the circulations, we have to total length of the circulation or links, we have to go to the circulations, any circulation, open attribute table, create a new field, name it length. Now it's blank. Now we will go to our field calculator, existing field, select the length, search here $length, you'll find this in geometry, double click on it, just put OK. Now we'll get the all length here. The same way, go for the car circulation, go to the open attribute table, create a new field, name it length, decimal number. You can put both decimal or whole number. I think decimal number is better. Yes, decimal number. Then go to the open field calculator, update existing, select the length, go to the geometry or search here $sign length. This automatically come here, double click on it. Okay, now here you will get the length. So this length are individual segment length. How we will calculate the whole length? To get the summation, we will merge all the links, all the attributes together. So that way we will lose the individual attributes. So first of all, you need to make a copy. Just select any layer, pedestrian, export, save feature as, name it total pedestrian length, save. Okay, now switch off other layers, select everything here, activate the layer, go to the merge. Now all attributes are merged here, go to the length, select sum, go down, very down, and here is the sum. Okay, now check it, open attribute table, all attributes are gone, it's the total combination. So length, this is the length. At the similar process we will do the car calculation, total car circulation length, export, save feature as, we are making a copy, total car circulation length, save. Now switch off other layers, select everything, activate the layer, merge, go to the sum. Okay, now go to the an attribute table. Here you will get the total length. Now how we will use this? Now we will show how to use this data for calculation. So here is our equation. For the first one, connectivity of street network, we need two data. N, it's our number of nodes, and A, the total area. Here we counted at 1 kilometer square. So our number of nodes were 94 and area was 1. The result is 94 per kilometer square. So our neighborhood have 94 nodes per kilometer square for the car, and for the pedestrian it's bigger, 262 nodes per kilometer square. Then for the cyclometric number, the number of links we got, we counted it very manually. We have to just manually count it, there is no other way. And the distance between one node to another node, how many links we have, it was 97 for the car and 262 for the pedestrian. And we subtract the nodes from the links, added +1, so our output number was 4, and we divided the whole number by area, got it 1 kilometer square. And finally the average distance between the intersection, that is we counted how many, we calculated what's the total length of our roads. So we found it 123.23 meter, 11,953 meter, and we divided the whole length of the road by the total number of links. So our total number of links were 97, which we counted very manually, and we get our total average distance between the intersection. It was 123.23 meter, and for the pedestrian it was 54.36. and this is our total result after the whole calculation. And thank you everyone for taking time to see this long video. Have a good day.